There's no doubt about it. It's a really challenging job seekers market at the moment because there is a lot of corporate restructuring happening, and you are really going to have to recalibrate your job search if you need to get back into meaningful employment or if you're looking for some form of a career change. In my opinion, you need to be really focusing on the unadvertised job market. And there's a lot of myths about what this market is all about and how you tap into it, but the reality is about 80% of all the quality mid to senior executive roles come through this alternative mechanism. So this means these are the roles that are not advertised on LinkedIn and Seek. So first and foremost, you have to be really clear about where you want to go in the market, and you've got to have a clear understanding of the types of companies you'd like to work for, where your value proposition sits, because that in turn drives the job search strategy. So do a little bit of the legwork first before you start to go to market. That's really important. Step 2 is to start to identify a target list of organisations. Now, there's a number of ways that you can do this. You can look at lists of companies that come up in the market. You can look at BRW lists. You can look at employer of choice lists. You can target companies that are growing really fast in the market. There's all sorts of ways you can calibrate the lists of the top industry performers and so on. So you want to start initially with a target list. Let's make it workable. Make it about 20 odd companies that you're now going to start to track and research to identify potential new opportunities in the market. First thing I'd do is I would follow that company on LinkedIn. The reason I follow the company is I want to start to see their alerts. I want to see their social media feed. I want to see their announcements. And of course, often on the feed, you'll see announcements about roles that they're recruiting for. I will study all the roles that they're recruiting for, because what it does is it starts to give me information, intelligence about how they like to recruit. Are they, sort of their core values are often expressed, their employee value proposition is often expressed in those advertised posts. Almost all companies these days have some form of a career portal. They will have a section of their website dedicated to information about careers at that company, why you should apply to that company for employment. And there could even be job listings. So what I will go and do if I wanted to work, for example, for Ernst & Young, I would go onto the Ernst & Young website, I'd study their career page, I would look at the various alerts. There might in fact be a role there that I can apply for, or there may be other mechanisms by which I can put forward an expression of interest. On LinkedIn these days, on the company pages, I'm noticing that a lot of companies now allow you to put forward an expression of interest in working for that company. So that effectively puts you into that company's talent pool. There'll be someone at the other end, whether it be HR, recruitment, talent agents within the firm, who will assess your candidacy, and you may be contacted about roles and opportunities. You have to be extremely methodical about this, and it's like setting fishing lines and waiting till you get a little nibble, a little bite. You have to really be focused on, getting a job, doing the research, doing the hard yards, reaching out to companies and so on. There's several ways you can go about it. You can go direct to the employer. You can go direct to an employee who works at that company, who you might have a relationship with, who you could ask, could you refer me to your HR department? A referral by an employee is often very powerful, because remember, a lot of companies incentivize their staff to attract good talent to the business. Like attracts like. And so, inbound referrals from the employees themselves are very highly regarded. And you can also register with the executive search firms who may be handling exclusive briefings for various companies that they are retained to assist to find top talent. The headhunters are very important, and as part of your approach to tap into the unadvertised job market, you need to have key relationships in place with the top corporate headhunters. So you really have to approach it in quite a methodical, systematic way. You have to be persistent, you have to be targeted, you have to leverage a number of tools. But if I was looking for new employment in a very challenging, flat market where the economy's flat, the job market is flat, there's corporate restructuring and redundancies going on, you have to tap into this market, this unadvertised job market, and it could be the key to your success, because remember, this is 80% of the employment market. This is where the quality senior executive roles sit. You have to do the hard yards. This is how you tap into those roles and career opportunities.